So I've got these beautiful new cards for Christmas from my lovely husband. They're the Herbal Astrology Oracle cards. And I feel like Spirit wants me to give you a message from the creator of the deck. So I'm going to be reading the messages that come through on the cards for you. I know there's a lot of you who are going through some really painful, challenging experiences right now. So I want to see what Spirit has to come through as words of comfort for you and help you through this time. Oh, dandelion, the wounded healer. When I think of a dandelion, I think about the summer, and you blow on it and you make a wish. And it is New Year's Eve today, and it feels very apt that the dandelion card has come out. And I feel like Spirit is wishing us all collectively the best for 2023. And for those who know me and know that I've recently had a very painful loss of my beautiful nephew, I wish he was still with us, but he's not. And the new reality is to just wish and heal, especially for my brother who is really feeling it right now. You know, you should never experience losing a child. It's just not the right order. And this wounded healer, I feel I'm really intrigued to find out what it says in the book about this, because there's also Jupiter and Chiron as the astrology signs in this card as well. So I'm really intrigued to find out what it says, what it can bring through for us as the wounded healer to help us through this really tough and challenging time. This is the 53 card, so let's get card 53 and see what it says. I've literally only just opened the deck, so this book is really stiff as well. Okay, so the wounded healer brings wounds as tools to awaken healing journey and the inner child healing as well. It can represent, in the negative sense, the wounded inner child. It can make you inactive and rejected instincts and trauma and victimization. And as I've mentioned already, there's Chiron and Jupiter as the astrological signs here as well. Chiron is the planet or the asteroid that is the wounded healer, and it's all about your lessons in life and how you utilize the Chiron energy to heal, and what areas in your life, depending on where that is in your birth chart, healing is needed. And then Jupiter is the planet of expansion, growth and opportunity. So I feel like this is bringing a real opportunity here for growth and healing in a way that is going to be life-changing in a different way to what you could have imagined. There's also a rainbow here as well, and I just feel the rainbow always brings in that faith, that abundance of opportunity, and there's treasure at the end of a rainbow. And the rainbow is there to remind us that there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is treasure at the end of the rainbow. It may feel like intangible right now, but it's there for us. So I'm going to read what the card says now. So the English word for dandelion comes from the French dent de lion, or lion's teeth, referring to the spiky pointed shape of the plant. The French also called this plant pissenlit, or pee the bed due to its diuretic powers. I never knew that. Let me know in the comments if you did. So Native Americans used it to treat kidney disease, swelling, skin problems, heartburn and upset stomach. Traditional Chinese medicine used it for stomach problems, appendicitis, breast inflammation, and to assist mothers with milk production. Wow, this is fascinating. In Europe, it has been used to relieve fever and treat boils, eye problems, diabetes and diarrhea. Dandelion is a survivor. It has an extraordinary ability to withstand hardship and thrive in disturbed environments. Of course, when you blow those seeds, you're spreading their seeds and they've got more chance for growth and expansion. Dandelion loosens compacted earth and grows deep tap roots that rejuvenate the soil. And this is what it does to body and soul. It assists us in renewing, cleansing, mineralizing and adapting. In medical astrology, dandelion is associated with the Sun and Jupiter, and it's primarily an alternative. Herbs that gradually restore the proper function of the body, increasing health and vitality. And bitter herb that primarily works on the liver and gallbladder. This is fascinating. Chiron, also known as the wounded healer, which I mentioned earlier, was a wise centaur in Greek mythology who gave up his immortality to save Prometheus after he was accidentally pricked by a poison arrow and learned that despite all his medical knowledge, he would be in pain forever. Such a tragic story if you haven't heard it already. He ended up landing amongst the stars at a constellation. Chiron orbits between Saturn and Uranus, symbolically marking the liminal territory between Saturn, the third dimension and the concrete reality, and Uranus, the fifth dimension and the quantum mind, embodying the rainbow bridge between the inner and outer planets. In astrology, Chiron represents our deepest, most tender wounds that are the most difficult to heal, yet it also marks where we hold our greatest gifts. So guidance with the dandelion. Dandelion is here to remind you that you can thrive regardless of your circumstances. Take ownership over your wounds, find gratitude in the lessons, dive deep into the depths of your origins, and use your wounding to further define the purpose and healing you are here to transmit and share with the world. Don't let your pain define your personality, but draw from it for strength and purpose. Like Chiron, you were born from the seeds of higher order and intelligence. Embrace this great healing power you've been given and go beyond the outlined path. So I love it that it's here, the dandelion card is here to remind you that you can thrive regardless of your circumstances. There is light at the end of the tunnel here, okay? It's difficult, it's hard, there's a lot of heartbreak, grief, and heavy energy around this. But with the dandelion, it brings just lightness, growth, expansion, and opportunity for healing in a way that's going to be absolutely life-changing. So I really hope that this beautiful message from the dandelion card brings you some reassurance that good things will come, regardless how hard it feels right now to believe and trust that. You have to trust in the process and keep the faith and believe that good is going to happen, because healing is coming for you. Healing is happening to you right now. And just know that the dandelion is here to remind you once again that you can thrive regardless of your circumstances. I'm sending you so much love, so much positivity, and the dandelion seeds will keep coming, keep growing, keep thriving, and they represent what you have inside you to thrive and grow and remind you how resilient you are and how strong you are, and how every life experience teaches you to become more resilient, stronger, and you can deal with this and you will deal with this. You're thriving, you're growing. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and this is you going through your healing. And there will be peace, there will be relief, and there will be release. So once again, the guidance for the dandelion is to remind you that you can thrive regardless of your circumstances. I'm sending you so much love, positivity, and dandelion healing.